Your guardian angels are proud of you, and they wish to help nudge you in the right direction in the form of this insightful message. There are moments when your memories become so much more than just lessons. In many cases, the past can become a cage that gets harder and harder to escape the further in life you go. The angels say, "It's not easy to deal with a troubled past. When you've been through so much, it is often difficult to find the best path forward. Past a certain point, it feels like you're stumbling over the past rather than moving toward the future. That said, your guardian angels are here to share insight that will help you sort through some of the most difficult aspects of your past. First and foremost, they want you to know that everything will be okay. Despite what you've been through, all you have to do is think back to the times when you felt as though your world was falling apart. While things were bad then, everything still eventually normalized. If you learn to take a step back and look at all you've experienced through the years, you'll find that things have a way of balancing out over time. Things either go back to normal or push forward as a new form of normal. Either way, you get used to it. It's not an easy pill to swallow, but it is something you should be proud of. Despite everything you've experienced, you're still here, and you're still trying. While it's true that it's far too easy to get stuck in the cage you call the past, it's important to remember that the person in the mirror needs you. This person deserves your focus, attention, respect, and love. I repeat, it's easy to get stuck in the past, but the person in the mirror needs you. Fortunately, while things might be difficult now, you are set to experience the many blessings of the universe. All it takes is a little bit of faith. Typically, you aren't the type of person to rely on others for your physical and mental health. Because of what you've been through, you tend to power through things on your own rather than be a burden to others. One of the first lessons your guardian angels wish to teach you is that there is nothing wrong with asking for and needing help. Allow yourself to be served, as it will help you understand the importance of the people around you. Perhaps the reason why you're so against the idea is because you don't want to be indebted to others. It's perfectly fine to think this way, but it's also important to note that you weren't meant to shoulder these responsibilities on your own. Humanity is a social creature, and people will only realize their full potential with the help of others. To put things into perspective, let's talk about how you only have one perspective: yours. It is through this perspective that you see yourself as well as the rest of the world. This perspective can be influenced in many different ways, and typically this perspective is limited. Your guardian angels want you to know that it is meant to be this way. People are meant to have a limited perspective because things only become clearer when you take in the perspective of others. It is the reason why one of the best things you can do is to be a blessing to others, as these blessings will eventually return to you. That said, you have a habit of putting others before yourself, often to the point that it becomes detrimental to you. This is where the perspective of others comes into play. The only time you will truly appreciate your actions is through the lens of the people around you. The only way you can see past your limited perspective is through the perspective of others, and vice versa. It is a grand cycle of understanding, and one that lays the foundation for growth and maturity. By taking the time to learn from others, you will eventually find the purpose you've been looking for this whole time. As far as your overall luck is concerned, it's understandable if you haven't felt very lucky as of late. However, There is cause for celebration as your luck is about to turn in a huge way. Not only will you receive many opportunities, but you will also be given many chances for growth. During these events, you will discover parts of yourself that you never knew existed. While it's true that there's no one who knows you better than yourself, it doesn't mean that you know all there is to know. In fact, there's still so much of you to discover. The person in the mirror can be as much of a mystery as the stranger that you always seem to catch on the way to work. Your guardian angels urge you to look inward, asking introspective questions to discover things about yourself you never knew. This brings us to the synchronicity sign that is fully embedded into your life's journey, the broken clock. They say that even a broken clock is right twice a day. However, the reason why the broken clock is chosen as your synchronicity sign is because it is effectively frozen in time. The past is similarly frozen, never really going anywhere. In truth, there is a lot of potential when it comes to learning from the past. However, it's important not to wallow in certain events, as it can have negative effects on your physical and mental well-being. For example, an older person who has held on to bitter feelings will find that they can only remember the bad times. Once the good memories have left, it effectively turns into perpetual suffering. On the other hand, a person who tries their best to hold on to the good times and the best memories will find the bitter and dark aspects of the past slowly melting away. At that point, what's left is a lesson to be learned, rather than an exercise in suffering. The broken clock is a message from the universe, though it can also be construed as a question. It's a question that asks you, what can you learn from your past? While only you know the answer to such a question, it does not change the fact that learning from the past is something that happens to everyone. If you look to your past only for things to learn rather than things to cling to, you will find a wealth of knowledge open only to you. If you happen to come across a broken clock, it is also a sign that something wonderful is coming your way. As your synchronicity sign, the broken clock is a beacon of good luck. Whatever the case, take the time to slow things down and make sure that the person in the mirror has your focus, respect, and love. I want to end with a prayer for you. Lord, guide them as they navigate the echoes of the past that seem to hold them back. Help them see that every moment of pain and confusion is merely a stepping stone towards greater clarity and self-love. May they find strength in their reflections and courage to embrace the blessings that await. Amen. Your guardian angels depart with these words. Allow the words of this message to reach your heart of hearts and understand that everything will go your way. Manifest the positivity in your soul and move forward without fear. Type 555 to claim this message and the blessings inside for your own. Try and leave a positive comment for other viewers who might need a positivity boost in their day. The universe sees it as an act of kindness that fuels the cycle of good karma. You'll be spreading positivity and receiving the universe's blessings in return. Let's uplift each other and create waves of good energy together. I also want to pass on a time-sensitive message from the moon to you, and you need to hear it today. A subtle yet powerful energy will push you to make a critical decision by the end of the week. You won't find the answer in your horoscope, so don't bother looking there. Click the link in the description to see your free personalized video moon reading. I was amazed at how accurate my reading was, and I know you will feel the same. An important message is waiting for you in the next video. Will you hear it?